time it is where you are on this incredible, beautiful planet that we find ourselves on. Before I jump in deep, I just I wanted to share this today because it's been on my heart for the last few days, and it's the medicine that taking some really big, beautiful breaths and being really present with yourself and your heart and your womb and your body. Coming back into that divine space of centeredness. Right. So I've been journeying with, we truly get to create a life that we choose. And that may look very different for every one of us, right? Because we're all different. We've come here for different experiences. And we get to, I think I shared this yesterday, like we get to, I think it's in my private group actually, that there is an array of experiences that we have on this beautiful planet. And we get to choose which ones we pick up, put down, which ones we pick up and hold on to. It doesn't have to look a certain way. So I just wanted to share that because one of my teachers once said to me, do you have to go to the Andes to learn this medicine? And I was like, well, I don't. Do I have to? I had that preconceived idea, and that's not saying that's right or wrong for anybody, but it's just that remembering that we actually get to tap in on what is the truth for us. Like, what does that truth look like? And it may be different. It may change from year to year, depending on what we're doing, depending on what we're creating. Like, I invite you today to, if we dropped all preconceived ideas of what we thought we had to do or what we thought we should do or how it should look, how would it look? What would you be creating? How would your life feel? What would your life look like? What would you be investing your energy in? Like, your time and energy is one of our most valued commodities, right? Because we don't ever get that back. Money, we can earn more money, we can create more money, but our time and our resources, like our energy, like once that's gone, that's gone. And the reason this, I think, this is so prevalent for me right now is my Ironman full-on training starts next week, and I was wondering to myself, like, this is something that I did a half Ironman years ago. I want to do a full. I'm going to have to do a half first, probably, and then a full next year. But it's like, how do we don't have to define ourselves. So I feel like part of me went on this big spiritual journey, and then I kind of shifted and I was like, oh, that's not for me anymore. I don't know. I don't even know. I just know that I shifted away from the really physical movement in my body a while after, and then I've done things here and there. But the reason I'm sharing that with you is because we can have all these different facets to our life that don't go together, or we don't think they go together. Because if they bring us joy and they bring us excitement and they bring us expansiveness and they bring us closer to our edges, if they bring us to places that we want to go to, then everything fits together. There is no right or wrong. There is no one way. There is no carved path that it says it has to be this way. So I kind of just wanted to share on that today. So what would you want to create if you knew that there was no restrictions, where there isn't any restrictions? It's only us. It's only our limitations. It's our programming. So then if we choose something that goes against that, or as we move towards that, we feel these tweaks here and there. We feel this kind of like we want to retract away, we want to do this, and that feels uncomfortable. Excuse me, my voice has been really husky croaky the last day. It's like, are we willing to invest and lean into those parts that feel uncomfortable? Are we willing to invest ourselves, our time, our energy, potentially our money, into something that feels like it's something that we want to do right now? So what would that look like? How would your days look? What would you be creating? I would love to know. Please comment in the box. And if we were actually willing to put all our energy into what we want to create, what would that look like? Where it wants to flow. So this Ironman has been coming up for me, I think, for the last couple of years, and I'm like, nah, don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. And then beginning of this year, when I was in lockdown, while I was in quarantine in a hotel in Perth, and I was like, I'm gonna do the Ironman this year. But due to a few injuries here and there and things like that, my training has to be, I think, quite slow. Anyway, I won't bore you with those details, but it's going to be a longer process than I originally thought it was going to be, because I was like, yeah, do it next December, get it done, it's done. It's now potentially going to be, probably a 1.5 year journey rather than less than a year. So, but it excites me. And many people think I'm a bit crazy, potentially. Not crazy, but we have our own ideas of what fun is, of what we want to do is, of what other people are doing, of what we're doing. And I know this is something that not everybody would want to do. It's just something that I'm like, I get to do this. I get to work with my body, work with my vessel, and do this beautiful, amazing feat of Ironman. And an Ironman is like, I think it's 3.9k swim. It's 180 bike ride, and then it's a marathon at the end. So I would love to do sub 12. This is not where I thought the medicine was going to go today, by the way, but hey, we just roll with it. So that's, my energy is going there, and still my business, and still my creation, and still my medicine work, and still that deep work with the earth and the plants and the medicine and the animals. There doesn't have to be this distinction of, I feel like there was, for me anyway, there was this distinction of how you can't really do both. You can't be this full out potentially athlete once I get to that space, and do all this grounded spiritual stillness, creation, wild work. Why not? Why do we have to choose? Why do we have to choose one thing? Why can't we choose an array of things that bring us joy, and they fulfill different parts of us, right? They fulfill different parts of what we want to create, how we want to connect with others. So my question to you with this medicine today is, what would it look like if you started walking towards the things that you want to create, even if you think right now they wouldn't go together? What would it look like if they did? How would your day look? How would your business look? How would your family life look? How would your calendar look? And how would that feel? There's no way. How would that feel? Anyway, have the most beautiful Tuesday. Any questions, please share, comment, share with anyone that thinks needing this. Remember, we get to create this life. We get to create. We get to be in it. We get to make it up as we go along. My hair. I love you. Have the most amazing day.